Moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. tonight. You can fly away with me 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 tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
Paso muchas noches pensándote, yo no sé ni cómo ni cuándo fue, pero solo sé que yo recordé cómo te lo hacía y aquella vez. Si yo no puedo seguir solo, pero sé que te boté, de mi vida te boté, y te boté, te di banda y te solté, yo te solté, al carajo usted se fue, de mi vida te boté, yo te boté, me boté.
Me cansé de tu mentira, ahora hay una más dura que me tira. Todo tiene su final, todo expira. Tú eres pasado y el pasado nunca vira. Arranca pa'l carajo, mi cuerpo no te necesita. Lo que pido es un perreo, socio una placita. No creo que lo nuestro se repita. Pero le prendo un fil y dejo una red disparita. Yeah. Oh, yo sabes que en ti una vez más yo confié. Oh, yo todo lo te amo, que mil veces te testé. Baby, mejor que tú ahora tengo como 10. Lo nuestro vive en un lugar y te quedaste a pie. Yo te boté, te di banda y te solté. Yo te solté, pa'l carajo te mandé. Yo te mandé, y a tu amiga me clavé. Me la clavé, ok, hueputa.
Ho, 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 holy crap. YouTube throwing us all the curveballs today. Guys, I'm sorry if you joined and it said FOMC. There is, well, it's not FOMC. 𝐒𝐴 does speak Wednesday. I scheduled this stream that we're in right now for Wednesday, the 16th. I go live like I always go live. YouTube decides to automatically start this live, the one that's scheduled, not the other one. Sorry if there was some confusion there. That has never happened. I'm not really sure even what happened there. YouTube really just keeping us on our toes, as always. So a lot of you commenting on the title and the thumbnail. Man, I thought crypto banter was bad at clickbait. Yeah, drama queens. Bear market is over, but not for Mantra, apparently. Mantra rugging AF. Oh my gosh. Mantra Apparently, from what I learned, Mantra is about 90% centralized. Devs owned it, and they're trying to blame market makers, or I don't know, try to like blame traders or something. I don't know, guys. Is it possible that the team wasn't behind the rug and that it was actually due to what they claim? I don't know, some kind of like illiquidity, shorting positions. It is possible, but I think the odds there are about zero. They're about zero, honestly. Probably they rugged. If you got wrecked on this, I'm so sorry. This is our old TA on that. We did this a long time ago. I can't even remember the last time we looked at this. Mantra roughly went on to go to $10. And boy, oh boy, getting wrecked here, man, down to 38 cents in one candle for an 83% down close. Hopefully you guys didn't get wrecked by this, man. 93% from the point of the origin to its lowest point. Wow. I remember talking about this a while ago. Some of you actually reached out and thanked me. I said there was just something weird about this chart. It didn't seem to be moving with the rest of the market. There wasn't a lot of hype about it, which was odd, especially kind of during the hype-ish cycle for alts. And this one really didn't sell off like the others until recently. And I remember saying, guys, this is just weird. I don't know. I don't really trust it. And some of you reached out and said, thanks, you saved me from buying this. So hopefully that's you. If you got wrecked by it, I'm so very sorry. I don't really know what to tell you. Real world assets. Kind of skeptical of real world assets in general on the blockchain. I don't really get the point of it. But maybe there'll be a better coin that comes out. So back to the title here. Back to the title and the clickbait. Bear market over. It is clickbait because the bear market was over 834 days ago. It is day 834 of the Bitcoin bull run, my friends. That is right. Our death cross coming in last week, the third consecutive death cross we have had, one each year since the bear market bottom. We had one in 23, 24, and now we have one again in 25. We speculated that while these aren't necessarily a bullish sign, they don't really live up to their name. We see in the last 2 years this exact signal marking the bottom of price action in that swing low. 2024, we immediately came up to rally to that cross, but it did take, again, like 90 days, 3 months, really to make progress and to see exciting all-time highs. So I do believe that the downside is over. I think the low is in. No one knows the future. I'm just telling you my opinion. I do think the low is in, just like it was last year, just like it was in 2023, but it may take a while, right? It might not be as quick or as fun or as exciting as we want it to be. If the low is not in and I am wrong, looking down to about 71.2 to 74, really the support everyone has been waiting for and watching for, probably the logical place to look, right? So far, things are actually looking pretty good on the day, and we're just going to do some very simple analysis here. The whole starting the stream thing totally threw me off my game. That was wild. But I'm recovering. Simple analysis. The death cross, now marking on April 6th, April 7th. The low right here. The low has not been broken. We've gotten very close on Wednesday of last week, but we have continued to move up higher and higher. And that's a little busy. Let's go to the chart we were using the other day. Here we go. If you were tuned in last week, you probably saw me put this chart up while we were listening to, was it Chirpow or was it the US SEC? Whatever. Aging pretty well here. Yeah, that was on Friday. We were looking for a close above 82.6. We got it. And on Friday, we said, if we get a close above 82.6, I'm going to be looking upward towards the 50 and 200 daily moving averages. And those sat at the time at 85.1 and 87.2. Now, we have tested the 50. Looking right here, we can see price action is actually currently at the 50 daily moving average. The 200 sits just above. Well, it actually looks like we're painting out kind of similar price action here. We're putting in some strong fair value gaps or order blocks, whatever you'd like to call them. We had a bearish one paint before our low. We built support above it, moved higher, and now we have even seen a back test of that order block as support. And is that a higher high? And that's a higher high into the next day. That's not a bad way to go. It's not a bad way to go at all. The 200-day has actually moved up, so it's a moving goalpost here, 87.5. I still think this is where we're going. However, this is really clutch area for price action. This is an extremely clutch area. We're still at a lower high versus the rejection at the beginning of the month that led to this sell-off. We are at the descending high trend here. At the descending high trend, it's hard to see that. A lot of stuff in the way. At the descending high trend from our highs, there's a lot of reason to be both excited and a little bit anxious about this price action here today. Just a little farther move up puts us into very solid, very bullish looking territory. A rejection here could spell, we'll go back to the complicated looking one, could spell that lower low and the return to the bottom potentially of this descending parallel channel. Anyone's guess is as good as mine. We can point to macro political, economic things and say, man, it just doesn't seem like the time that this is going to happen. And I don't have any argument. I have no argument against that. That makes sense. We're seeing some craziness. Today was the first day I woke up and there was no like economic global shattering announcement. It was wonderful, wasn't it? Did you guys enjoy waking up today on Monday? Nothing crazy. You didn't wake up to like infinity% tariff on China. China retaliates with, I don't know, like calls our chicken bad or something, and we get mad about it. It's nice. It was nice. It was relaxing. I'm sure, I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, I'm sure something will come. But this seems to be the most stable we've been in a while. I knocked on wood. Did you guys knock on wood? I'm not jinxing it. You're jinxing it if you don't knock on wood right now. They don't want our beef. Yeah, no country wants our beef. No country wants our meat because our meat is poison. Our food is poison. No country should want U.S. food. Sorry. I've been saying this for years. I don't know why they'd want our food. It's crazy. You can see the closeness. You know what? I'll just make a whole new chart here. I'll make a whole new chart so I can clear it up. After one more little touch here. A point in price action for both excitement and for a little bit of anxiety. So what might kind of confirm this upside move for us? We have seen order blocks painting on the way down, on the way up, being back tested as support. This is nice, bullish, healthy price action. We could be seeing that again right here. A close above 52.4. That would be a close above the 50-day and above yesterday's open. Will paint another bullish order block, and we may see price action, if it follows in this pattern, move something like, whoa, probably not backwards in time. That's a harsh call. Not always right, but usually I'm right about my time traveling calls. We may see price action move like this, up to the 200-day, then back down to the 50 and to this daily open. Test that as support and move higher. That would be an extremely clean technical way for this chart to continue to the upside. But we have the big question mark sitting right here, right now, at about 85.1. If you're looking for a place to short, I think this is a pretty solid price to look to take a calculated position. Am I going to short? I probably won't short here. I still have my short open from 93.5. I'm probably just going to keep it that way for now. But you can see this similar price action building right here. Order block on the way down. Low close, lots of divergence. We had plenty of bullish div down here on this low daily close. Bullish engulf led to another order block, which was bought up after testing the bearish order block. Moved up again. Here we are dancing in between the 50 and 200. So looking for a close above 85.271, and I think we get a test of that 200 this week, 87.5. Has anything changed here on our indicators? Not yet. Not yet. The daily money flow is slowly rolling over, but I'm not in love necessarily with what I'm seeing. Something I wanted to show you guys, which is really some cool alpha that I doubt many people are looking at. We've been looking at the death cross on Coinbase Spot over the last few years, and we've been looking obviously at this chart a lot. But another chart that we have been looking at recently that has been giving us some very interesting signs that yet may still play out. CME. CME has my attention right now. Is it just because it's more bullish? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe, probably. But when we look at Bitcoin 1 or Bitcoin CME, we have a very different story. We don't have any death crosses. In fact, we only have the 50 above the 200 starting all the way back in March of 2023. Just up, it gets close, it pulls apart. Here we are again. This is the third year in a row we have tested on CME the 200 daily moving average. It's found support after roughly 3 tests the last 2 years. We have tested it once, twice, maybe we have one more test to go. But what's really cool, not just because this is more bullish, not just whatever, is simply subtracting the weekend price action, subtracting weekend trading when liquidity and volumes are low anyway. You get a lot different picture. Take a look at your indicators. You can see divergence much more clearly, much stronger bullish divergences on your low. We're just looking at the day, but it's there on other time frames as well. And when you get into some of your favorite indicators with momentum, oscillators, you get a little bit different story, especially on the higher time frames. We have a higher swing of momentum that's moving to the upside. VWAP is up, money flow failing to make a new low. And this is just on the day. There's a lot more. One sec. What is up, my friend 𝐂𝐝𝐿? Thanks for subscribing. Good to have you. By the way, guys, I haven't showed anything. I haven't said anything. If you're out there watching, please, I ask if you hit that like button, subscribe, put a message in the live chat, help hype up the stream. The more you engage with the stream, the more YouTube shows this to new people, and they need this content. There's that bullish divergence we were talking about visible on the 2-day here, but this is where it gets actually more exciting. Check this out. I wish that this is what it looked like on spot. I know it doesn't look exactly like this. Actually, it's getting closer now. Interesting. Getting closer now. You see this clean movement of momentum making a higher low, the butt cheeks, whatever you want to call it. This is a very confident sign or signal of a reversal. We see this play out very consistently in the space, and this is on the 2-day time frame. This is not a small time frame. This is a big one. I think that this implies we're looking for a retracement from our highs, probably back to the 0.5 or 618. Fingers crossed higher. Hello, my friends. What's up, brothers? You can see that here on the 3-day. Nice little bull div. Isn't that a bull div? Oh, no, it's actually not there on the bull. Not here. You'd have to go back to here. But all the momentum, all these oscillators look better on CME. It's interesting. I don't exactly know how to explain it away. I don't really have a reason. Maybe weekend price action is shittier. Maybe not. When you look at even the highs from March, you can see that we got basically back to the highs. This is much closer than spot came. This is like almost the exact same value. Backtesting March's high. CME just looks better. And really all CME is slightly higher, trades at slightly higher premium, and just removed weekend price action. The fact that it's above the 50 and 200 daily are awesome. Makes it much more bullish. And it also gives us points of invalidation, which is really what we crave as traders. Whether you think it's going up or down, it doesn't really matter. What you're looking for is a thesis for a trade, logical evidence pieces that all agree to back up the reasoning behind the trade, and then invalidation. When you need to cut the rope, when you need to basically say, my idea was wrong, it happens, I need to move on to the next. This gives us an invalidation point. If we see this death cross, if we see on CME the 50 come below the 200, that's probably invalidation of a long setup here. That would be different than we saw the rest of the bull market, and that gives us some pretty solid, actionable signal to go off of. Let's see here. If we get the breakout above the 200, what do we got? 92, 96. Monthly back to green, baby. Monthly back to green. That's what I like to see. Bullish engulf above 84.3. 93.2. Where's our quarter? Quarter obviously green, giving us the exact same target, 93.3. back to the previous quarter. Even in July or Q3 of last year, we saw this kind of similar price action. We came back, basically tapped the open a little bit, cut it a little bit shy. It's actually starting to shape up. I wish I could say I have secret signal. That means we're going straight up to the moon. That'd be great. That doesn't exist. But I think things are starting to look a little bit better. The death cross has come and go. Seems to have done the same thing it's done over the last few years. Marked the bottom. And we're moving on. We're trucking up slowly but surely. I'm going to turn these tunes back on. Hold up. All right. Let me go over to the chat here. Hidden Bull Div, let's go. Sunday BS Wick, could be. Moving on up. Thank you, Pickle. What's up, Tillin? What's up, Romanian Pipple? Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it up. Money flow has been green on these lower time frames, which we have not seen consistently, I don't know, since last year. What's up, CBK, Bat2, Dale? How you doing, Dale? Chicken's drinking Red Bull. They love Red Bull. Who else is degenning into Mantra? Pyre Justin, be careful, bro. Be careful. People are so bored with this market that they're trying to catch these wicks, man. Now, this isn't Luna in the sense of it doesn't have that algorithmic kind of element to it. But remember Luna. Remember the lessons that markets have taught you. Typically, buying something that rugged because you're looking to like catch a bounce, man, does not play out well. Doesn't play out well. Whoever did this may look for liquidity. They may pump it back up. They may bring it somewhere to dump it back down to grab more money. What's Tesla doing? Nothing. Tesla did break to a lower low, but bounced again off that trend line. Not looking great. Death cross on Tesla, painted Friday, or I guess confirmed today. Death crosses everywhere across the markets. Death across the markets. These yields doing 10-year yields down. No, this is on the hour. Looks like bond prices might be up a little bit. Yields down a little bit, 3% today. It's actually pretty big. Two-year yields chilling at that 3.8. Looking for one Fed cut this year, according to yields. 𝐒𝐴 will be speaking Wednesday. That was the whole point of this scheduled stream. I'm not really sure what he's going to speak about, but we're going to find out. They had a closed-door emergency meeting last week, and we never got any follow-up details. I guess nobody knows what they're talking about. Interesting. Suspicious. Man. We got to break this. Damn. Inverting this doesn't look great, but also these indicators, I don't like that we have our lowest point in RSI here. A little better. It gets better as you zoom out. Low time frame still looking downward. I guess here's the question. You've listened to me ramble after getting totally thrown off my game at the start of the stream for a little bit. What do you think? Am I right or am I wrong? Is the bottom in for Q2? Let's do a poll. There it is. Poll is active. Let me know. What do you think? Let's see. Fed 𝐒𝐴, April 16th. What else we got coming up here? Huh. Just 𝐒𝐴 is red. Spicy. Couldn't even find that. Oh well. Howell will cut, says Fofos. Next FOMC is in May, so we got some time. He's not going to cut Wednesday. They don't just... To my knowledge. Actually, do you guys remember? I don't remember at any time the Fed cutting or raising rates ever in the many years we've followed them outside of the FOMC days. Maybe during COVID, were those kind of emergency cuts? Were they just like not during FOMCs? I can't remember. They might hike. Firefox Blakes. That's what I've been saying. Before this year started and into this year, I have no reason to change my mind. A lot of people don't like this take. You don't have to agree with me, guys. That's okay. We can be friends. This isn't the rest of the world. We can disagree and be friends here. It's a special safe place for everyone. I thought that before this started. Before this year started, I haven't seen anything that would at all suggest to me that the Fed is going to like continue cutting. I don't think prices are going down. I don't think inflation is cooling, personally. Just my personal take. Welcome to disagree. Still friends. Exactly. It's weird. People used to disagree on things before the internet. Before the internet, but really before the advent of social media and algorithms for content. People used to disagree and be friends. Isn't it weird? Now we can't because Facebook, Twitter, YouTube has told you anyone who disagrees with you is a bad person and is the enemy and is stupid. It is evil and is trying to hurt you. No, bro. We just have different opinions. That's okay. You're allowed to. We all used to love each other. They need to make these algorithms illegal. That's what should happen. They should put some of these people in jail that have put these algorithms out there that are just meant to divide us for profit. They should put them in jail. It's wild. It is wild what they've done. They haven't just damaged, like, I don't know, society. They've damaged just, like, the human condition. They've just damaged, like, enjoyment in life. Happiness. There's no price tag on that, man. What does this look like? Oh, I can't believe like they came out and said they weren't responsible. Bro, you have 90% of the supply. What do you mean you're not responsible? If they mean like they weren't responsible for like the sell that triggered these liquidations or something, sure. But you own 90% of the supply. The reason this chart looked this way is because there's no sellers, because you own all the supply. So you just kept pumping it up on thin liquidity. This is your fault. This is your fault either way. Either way. Looking huge. Yeah, bros. I am the heaviest I've ever been again. I gained a bunch of weight when I took that sleeping med like a year plus ago. Now I'm back to that weight, but instead of it just being like fat and water, and put a little muscle in. Not bad. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. What should we look at? FartCoin? FartCoin. Grillin' and chillin'. Yes, Julio. Absolutely, dude. Crypto Arrow, I love this. I love that statement. He said, I don't like anyone that is left or right on every issue. Bro, I think that's the core. That's the core mindset we all have to have is anyone who thinks whatever, like if you're left or right and you think that your party 100% of the time does the right thing and the other side does 100% of the time the wrong thing, you have fallen victim to this algorithm, to this social media shit. Like you are the victim. That is who we're talking about. Neither of these parties give a shit about anyone except for themselves and their money. Like at the end of the day. But even if that wasn't true, like neither is 100%. Nothing is right 100%. Nothing is like that. Nothing is perfect. And if you believe that, you're just disillusioned and you've drank the Kool-Aid, man. Reality exists outside of the algorithm, outside of the internet. Like, oh, I don't even want to get into it. It's wild, though. To think, like, I don't know. Democrats, Republicans, like, neither of them want to destroy America. Like, I don't know. They're not coming for you. It's wild, dudes. It's wild. Ugh. We live in a sad world. We got to get over this shit. We are so kneecapped by it. Like the fact that we just can no longer be friends. People don't even do social situations anymore. Just like don't go out because it's exhausting. Don't let them separate us. That's what they want, so that they can take our power. We're powerful together. We're really, really weak by ourselves. What should we look at? What's up, XR? I'm doing well, bro. What's up, Ahmed? 𝐂𝐴𝐽 Maximus. Nah, probably not, bro. Pelosi trading is always right. Insider trading is a parabolic graph. It is not slowed down. We need to put all these people need to be accountable. Stupid. Exactly, Squirt. People want to argue, but I'm telling you, that's from these algorithms. Like social media telling us to be this way. Like, people are your enemy. It's easy to attack them. Said that people tend to focus on things they disagree about, not the things they agree about. Absolutely. Most people agree. If you ask anyone of any mindset, of any opinion, if you ask anyone, do you believe that people should live happy, healthy lives? Do you believe people and their families should live happy and healthy lives where they have freedoms and they can pursue happiness? The answer 100% of the time is going to be yes, from anyone. I don't care. You think, no, that side of the aisle is evil. They want us all to be miserable. Nah, bro. 100% of people will agree with that. At the end of the day, that's all any of us want. Yet somehow we have these little issues that don't matter that we hate each other over. That's not what this stream was about. It's getting into it, though. I'm just sick of it. Discourse is healthy. We're supposed to, in America. Sorry, I know this applies globally, but specifically in America, this is where we have the most problems right now. In America, you're supposed to be able to disagree with each other and the government. That's just part of America. That's how America was born. We're getting to this point where those things are failing. That's what freedom is established on. There's lots of opinions, and that makes everything better, everything greater. I didn't notice XRP on Monday. Look at this. Let me clean up this chart a little bit. Check this out. XRP lost 196. I know I saw that. But look at this back test right here. 160. Coming right back to that other major support below it. You can see this tested as resistance on the way up. It fell. It bounced. That's looking a little bit better. Retesting 225. I could see a trade from like 205 or $2 on XRP. If you're bullish on XRP, I could see this. For something like this. Yeah. Do. Right? Test. Head. Test. Boom. You see that. What else are we looking at today? Oh, Bollinger Bands. What's up? Lamochilla. What's up, bro? Exit Bitty Long. What's up, Dusty? Aether. Sui. We need the First and Second Amendment in Canada. I feel like, yeah. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak because I don't know Canada's stuff. Have I forgotten C19? No, I don't know what that is. There are people on either side, bro. There are people on any side of any opinion of anything that will say F your freedoms. Literally. That doesn't make everyone who has an opinion on anything bad. You can't let the extreme voices represent non-extreme people. You can't say, well, extreme people on one side believe this, and so you believe this if you at all don't believe what I believe. That's how we're in this mess, guys. That's how we're in this mess. You're smart, though. Most people aren't. True. What's up, Jennifer Moffat? How you doing, darling? Orca. What's up, Quicker? Good to see you, man. Just catching up on who I missed. Snickers. Big Pharma doesn't want that yet. I mean, Big Pharma needs to be taken down. Did you see that United Healthcare? It was like maybe they were using AI, and who knows if this article is true. This could just be part of that algorithm. Using AI to like deny insurance claims. That's I'm all about capitalism, but there are things that I don't think capitalism can regulate. One of them is healthcare. Your life, like just you living, I don't think should be at the whim of profit. I think that should be baked into our rights. In a club in 2011, last time I heard the song. Victor Navarro, what's my workout routine to look shredded? Thank you, man. Dude, I don't do anything like special or cool or like I don't have any like secrets. Protein, just devour protein all the time. I eat a bunch of eggs every day, protein powder, whatever. And I just go to the gym, kind of, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You see me in the gym, you'd be like, this guy doesn't even really work out. I go to the gym, and I play chess on my phone. I do, like, a set, and I just, like, play chess on my phone for, like, 6 minutes between sets. That's my secret. If you want to know my actual secret, I just wait a long time between every set. I probably do, like, 6 minutes between sets. I don't do a lot of sets. I don't do them super heavy. I don't do a lot of reps. That's my secret. That's the secret. That's my secret. I don't know if it'll work for you. Probably will. I think it's really just the consistency. FartCoin is the biggest gainer in the top 300 today, and my soul is sad. Ooh, Monero, though. Let's take a look at FartCoin and Monero. I had FartCoin up. Biggest gainer. Not breaking out, though. Still below Friday's high. That's actually probably going to look good on the week. FartCoin. Get your farts. And I will forever leave this. You've all disappointed me. All of you buying FartCoin. You've all disappointed me. I still love you, remember. We can disagree. But you've disappointed me. Doesn't mean we're enemies. Not a lot here on the week. I guess 130 next upside resistance. 214. Your 1618 extension back here and your weekly close high. I don't know. This chart is looking a little bit better. I don't want to admit it, though. You'll never, ever hear me admit it. Bullish on farts. Yo, that stream the other day was fun. Shout out to everybody who joined. That was a fun stream. When we did the SEC roundtable. Stake your fart coins, man. You gotta stake your fart coins to collect. Now you gotta stake your bean coins to collect fart. To yield fart, I don't know. Alright, Monero not quite as exciting as I thought. Back to 187, reaching back up to 222. I still think that this is gonna go absolutely insane. This chart. I honestly at this point I think Monero, in my opinion, should be in every portfolio. You can take that as like a little privacy narrative. Not saying it has to be all of your portfolio, but I don't know, like little 1% something, little dip. I love this chart. I think it's one of the most bullish charts in crypto. Look at this. This is how many years? And you could say that's an argument against it. 2,700 days, 388 weeks. You can say, okay, well, that it's been going in the same range for all this time. That means it's never going to do anything. Fair enough. You can take that argument. However, I would make the counter argument that this chart has hit a higher high in 2021, broke all-time high. It's held its low at about $100. It's 50% or 100% off of its low from recently, from last year. And I think it's going to retest up here in this 400, 500 area. I think it's going to go higher. I still don't believe this bull run's over. I never have. Never will, baby. No, that's not true. Honestly, what will make me bearish, because I'll always be bullish on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's trajectory is always up and to the right. There does have periods of going down. What will get me off of this bull market kick, realistically, I don't know if I've ever said this on the stream, seeing another all-time high, like seeing Bitcoin move to maybe, I'll say low end here. We'll talk low ends. Super, super low end. Here's what would get me not bearish, but saying, okay, the bear market is coming. It'll be two things. It's price and time. One, the timing over here. Around here. Late 25, early 26. Timing is one. Two, let's say price between, we'll do like 130, 145. Let's just go with 130 to be like super duper lame. Oh wait, not 130. Here we go. Yeah, we can say 130. I'll take a little higher. Let's say like 160, 170. This is what would get me off the bull train, or get me bearish, or get me just looking at, okay, the bear market is probably here. The timing, like I said, end of this year, early next year, that's like January probably. A move up to these range, and then a lower high, let's say, right? Like this. This would get me off the bull train for like a year. Then I'd start looking for the bottom again. The more blow off toppy, the better. I think that this might be a low number, 170, but still. The sharper the top, probably the better. The more convincing. But there it is. We've got the rest of this year to go. We've got like 40 weeks. I know if this is the longest year of our lives. Got about 40 weeks. I'm still looking for higher highs. That's never, ever changed. I want to say almost everyone else in this space has looked for the bear market to have started. Nah, not yet. That's where I'm at. Boof, boof. Boof, boof, boof. What are the biggest gainers today? Trending mantra, no. Biggest losers mantra. 𝐕_THO. Okay. Interesting. 𝐕_THO is the kind of fuely partner token to VeChain, to VET. Seeing this pump here, we might look for a pump on VET. Gracie is barking. Professor Beans is boofing a lot. You probably can't hear it though. What? Okay, not a super exciting pump. This is a higher low on the week after a higher high, roughly at support. Okay, this could be worse. This could be worse. Don't need my MACD. Let's put on our side. Interesting. Daily could be rolling over here on 𝐕_THO, but that's really not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at here is I want to see, where is VET? What is VET doing while its little partner tokeny thing is making a move? Because we have seen, I remember even recently with NEO, we saw NEO's gas token pump pretty hard about a year ago, and then NEO spiked pretty quickly after, but there was a delay where the gas token pumped first. Lower low. The gas token actually more bullish on the chart. I can see this returning to like 3.7 cents pretty quickly. Maybe 4.5. Interesting. Watch VET. VET may have a long play. Hard to say that with dominance the way it is. Dominance giving no Fs whatsoever, bro. Dominance giving no Fs. Higher low on Saturday sell-off. Moving back to the highs, dude. Just painting. Honestly, painting a smaller version of this. That's what I see. I bet on lower time frames this is flatter. Lows are coming up, retesting, looking for higher highs. Dominance isn't done. And so that would give a overall shadow on alts of not really great ideas for entries, perhaps. Still want to see dominance chill out before I enter any alts. Ethereum is janky. Although on lower time frames. Looks kind of better than Bitcoin on lower time frames. Maybe not the higher ones. I think Ethereum's heading back to 1750. I don't know. I don't know if it rejects there. I don't know what happens. Kind of like a ray. Near. Let's see. Peeking, yeah, for you. For you, I'll pull up a ray. I don't know what that is. Maybe I have a chart. I do. We have not looked at this since it was listed. Don't love that rejection there. Don't love that it's returned to this support. I can see this kind of play though. There you go, 3-1. Nice little div. This ain't bad. This is not bad. I'm hesitant, especially with like the way the market has been. I'm hesitant calling for like, you know, big moves, okay? But I think that this is a pretty slick play. I think we've seen this before, usually leading to breakdown, but basically playing that right shoulder. Looking for a 0.5 retracement, we can go a little deeper. Maybe you get lucky and this actually, you know, catches the market, moves back up to these highs. You can have the stop obviously much tighter. That's probably the better way to do it. I just don't like putting 10-to-1 risk to rewards up on charts because, what, yeah, like a 10% chance of it actually hitting. So just looks like none of the trades we put up ever hit. You could have a much tighter stop here and look to just jump in and out, right? Jump out of the 0.5 at 350, maybe a little before. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Ray's kind of cool. Gold. You got into a long at the top of gold? You're probably all right, bro. You're probably all right. I don't know what leverage you're on. This could very reasonably happen. 31.60. That could very reasonably happen. Kind of like that, actually. I think you're all right. Certainly depends on leverage. Depends on your position, what you're risking. Don't long the top. I mean, that's my advice. You gotta wait till the top is gone. You gotta long red candles. Got to short green candles. Can't long green, short red. That's buying high and selling low. Don't do that. Algo? Damn, it's been a while. We'll do some random charts. I'll pull them up. I don't know how much I'm really going to say about each of them, but I'll pull up. It's been a while since I pulled up a bunch of charts on stream. You shorted gold at 32.50. Oh, that's wild. Nice. Well done. Very different story. 31.67 I could see being hit. It's probably an old chart. If you're looking for an upside target for algo, 33 cents. Support, 18 cents. That's actually a pretty solid trade potential. Back to the quarter. That trade could take a long time. That'd definitely be a swing. But basically, quarterly support up to quarterly resistance. That's a solid trade on the algo. 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐺. 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐺. Prez, because you're here a lot. What the hell is 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐺? I don't know if I have it. I have to be able to find it on TradingView. I'm not gonna go like searching random sites and stuff for things. Not gonna go looking on dexes. Here we go, 𝐂_USD. Who would have known that whatever the hell this is traded for so long? Not I. That's looking pretty bad, my friend. That's looking pretty shit. Be real. You tapped your low and then you wicked up. Actually, I can see this being a alright trade. You got a low recently. 30 cents. Nah, I still went long here. There you go. If you're a madman, you could do this. 32. Man, I honestly, that 10 cents is looking good. I like that. You could try that. You could try that. I wouldn't. This chart looks absolutely bad. You sold off. What is this? A giant head and shoulders that like played out. What are you looking for? Like this, right? I wouldn't touch this. Wouldn't touch it. But for you, my friend, I hope it works out. Time to go all in on Joe, says Ian. Go for it, bro. Trader Joe. I don't know. I don't know, Trader Joe. XRP, Ken, we looked at XRP. Not bad. Not bad. Might get a shot at 205. That could be a long entry. I like the retest of 225 after the low, testing major support. Came back up. That's not bad. This is a scam right here, guys. All these are scams. Whenever you see people doing this, like AI, XAI, whatever, it's all scams, bros. I'm going to add that to the filter list, but do not. Whenever you see in the comments on YouTube, like a bunch of people being like, buy that. I can't believe you told me about this XAI. It's always a scam. It's just a scam. You probably buy it and you can't sell it. Don't get scammed. That's a good reminder. If you ever get a DM from me on any platform, it's a scam. I won't DM you. If you DM me on platforms, maybe I'll reply. No promises. But I'll never DM you first, and especially will never DM you asking about money or trades or anything like that. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of fake profiles across all of these social medias of Tom Crown using my picture, pretending to be me, trying to scam people. Unfortunately, they've successfully scammed people before. Don't do that. Breaks my heart. AVAX, Soul. I can't really get Soul. Soul battling it out with its 50 daily. Man. I give Soul closes above Saturday's high. I think it makes this move back to like 180. It never tested the 200 day after falling below it. That bothers me. And I think there's a good likelihood that you do see that. Maybe it looks something like this. Right. I think it comes back up to that 200 day eventually on Solana. Slowly coming up though. On the daily. Coming up. Very slow. Slow but steady. Ooh. I didn't catch that. Should I start yelling about the bottom being in for Solana? I didn't catch this. This is actually some sick alpha here. When Solana broke 100, I was like, this is a weird. It's weird. I thought it would bounce like 109 or something. Did not. I thought that's a really random place for Solana to bounce. Just now, I was today years old when I saw this. That wick perfectly to the 200 week. The 50 week at 168. That 70% move, I think that's a great target. We're talking about a little higher, but I think that 50 weekly right above is the logical test. You can see an order block on the week right there as well. It's about 170, 168. That's actually pretty good. That's actually very sneaky. I like this. I'm going to take an image of that. I'll put that in the Discord. I like that. I like that. Pamp it, Bitcoins. Please. Please, Bitcoin pamp. Slow motion pamp. Slow motion pamp. Looks good. Looks good. You know what? It's actually 3:10. We're gonna have timestamps on this stream. You can check them out. On Wednesday, we have Chirpow speaking, guys. Here's what I want you to do. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Jump in our free Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. 24/7 chat going on there. Great place to be. Sign up with any of the links in the video description below, and you will get the VIP roles in that Discord. And if you're looking, now this isn't for everyone, but if you're looking to invest in yourself this year, if you're looking to invest in your success in the crypto world of trading and investing, check out joincrowncrypto.com. Link is pinned to the top of the chat and in the description. This is our premium group. It is a smaller group. It's about 60 members. But in this group, you'll get smaller, more intimate content. There's exclusive live streams in there all the time. I do them as well. We have other analysts, but I do them as well, where you get to talk to me, like on mic. You can ask questions using your voice, not just typing in chat, hoping that I read it. A lot of value in there, not just an entire trading course, but the content from the analysts and myself, and they're very much worth it. You can get a free week trial just by signing up. Free week trial. If you like it, good. If not, that's fine. That's how confident I am in this program. You can use promo code VIP and get 50% off. There's only a few more, very limited, actually, number of those left. Check it out. JoinCrownCrypto.com. We're going to be live Wednesday. Hopefully we won't have the issues we had today. That was really annoying. And I love you guys. Go have fun. Enjoy the warm weather. Things are going to get more bullish, I think. Crown out.